Hello, everybody. It's almost the end of the year. Well, technically, it is at the end of the year, but the year is not yet over. So before we cross into the new year, there is one device I would like to speak about, and, well, I have to say a thanks to our sponsor. Thanks to Fifine for sponsoring this video. It comes to no surprise that I've been utilizing Fifine's technology fairly recently due to some of the coverage, such as the mics. And yeah, we're not using their mics currently, but we'll get to that shortly because we're going to be taking a look at another device that they sent us, and this one pairs very well with their microphones. The device in question is their audio recording interface. Now, this one in particular is the Amplitank SC1. Okay, not dash one, but SC1. And it actually looks relatively cool. Now, if you recall in our previous coverage of their mics, I was showcasing Focusrite. Now, Focusrite Scarlet Solo is still one of the best types of mixers that I still recommend to date. And we're going to compare and see how well it is to the SC1. So before some people start, to accuse me of playing comparative games, well, the reason why I like to compare devices is because I don't have a super expensive audio testing laboratory for testing equipment deep down in like their itty nitty gritty bitty settings and results. So the best way that I can actually come to a conclusion based upon how I find the device is compare it to the things that I actively use. So I actively use the Focusrite Scarlet Solo, so it makes sense that I'm going to compare a similar product for the product that, well, for the product that I'm going to use and review. So off the bat, I just opened the box and I pulled out the device and I'm having some thoughts. So off the bat, the device is super light. And depending on you as a person, as an individual, it's just completely, totally opinionated or, preference based, you might have a disdain for technology that is light. The casing is plastic, but that's not inherently bad in my opinion. If you save money by having cheaper materials, cheap but still durable, I don't know how long this is going to last. I would imagine I've dealt with cheaper filling plastic. There's there's flex in it, but plastic flexes, and it's not that much actually. The knobs feel sturdy, feel very rigid and smooth in terms of you don't feel like you're gonna accidentally, knock the knobs around. So like you probably can't tell, but I need to actually apply some force to actually move the knobs. And we all like playing with knobs. Let's be honest. You can be honest. It's almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas. Be honest.
Twist those knobs. Twist those knobs. You pull some levers. Pull some levers.
And Santa Claus won't leave a lump of coal in your stocking. What else is included in the box is this probably sounds awful on the mic, is a simple USB. So it's a USB-C to C, but the other end actually has a built-in adapter. Well, I won't say built-in, but it's technically you can classify it as built-in, but it's built into the actual like casing of the USB. So that's actually neat. So just like the Focusrite Scarlet Solo, we have our XLR input. We have a 48 volt phantom power switch, instrumental in. Instrumental in is like if you use a guitar, then you have your monitor for your headphones to listen to what's being fed into the mixer. I do want to say off the jump, I actually kind of like the design of Fifines a little bit better. So for me, I have a preference for having bigger knobs on a surface that is clear, seeable, reachable, easily manageable. On things like the Focusrite Scarlet Solo, the knobs, aside from like the volume, you get like these smaller ones, and it's fine. Like again, it's all about preference and opinionated experiences. But generally speaking, I just like bigger knobs. And for the one small knob on the actual side of the profile of the device, it is just for your monitoring. And to be fair, yeah, you probably don't want to constantly be shifting your monitoring volume. So I think in terms of actual design language here, I kind of dig this a little bit better. Even you can't see it now because it's not plugged in, but there are lighting elements for each of the knobs to denote like how far you're peaking, or if you're peaking a mic, is the sound at a reasonable decibel level, or are you close to peaking? And if you clip and peak the sound, it goes red. The fact that you have bigger knobs and the knobs are, circled by the LED lighting, that means the lighting is also more prevalent in, for you to notice. And because it's on the surface, not on the side, you have a better view of seeing what's going on if you have it, down to your eye level. Different people, different setups. For me, I like top knobs. Okay, so for the testing, what we're going to essentially do is have the USB mic as our base, and then we're going to utilize the Focusrite with the dynamic mic, followed by the condenser mic, and then we're going to switch to Fifines. Testing, 1, 2, 3. What a lovely day in the neighborhood. This is the Samson C01UPro USB mic plugged directly into the system. Won't you be my neighbor? Okay, I have now switched to the Focusrite with the dynamic mic, which you can see here for the input. You can see when I speak, the green LED is lighting up to denote me speaking with it. Testing, 1, 2, 3. What a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? This is the Fifine dynamic mic with the Focusrite Scarlet Solo. What a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? Fifine's condenser mic, 48 volt phantom power on the Focusrite Scarlet Solo. Okay, so we've now switched to the Fifine SC1. You can denote by, if I can get it just into the frame, the light is lighting up. What a lovely day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? This is the Fifine dynamic mic connected to the Fifine Amplitank SC1. Stabilize. There we go. Okay. So, oh man, that is significantly louder. I gotta love condenser mics, man. Let me fine tune. What a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? This is the Fifine condenser mic connected to the Fifine Amplitank SC1. Okay, I think that sums up the general testing. I've likely cut out a lot of fluff of me going back and forth and testing different configurations, fine-tuning some of the gain knobs. But if I have to give my determination on like how well the Fifine SC1 held up against the Focusrite Scarlet Solo, better than I expected. Generally speaking, when I unboxed this thing and I picked it up and I felt how light it felt, I was kind of worried that they might have also skimped on some of the internal materials. However, I am pleasantly pleased to see that that's not the case. The sound is actually on par with the Focusrite. If I had to make some personal potential placebo decisions or like conclusions, I do think the sound profile from the SC1 from Fifine is lacking a little bit in the depth. But again, I don't have as an extensive experience with this as opposed to the Focusrite, which I have been fine-tuning for a long period of time, using it for various seasons of the podcast. So be that as it may, I may still recommend Focusrite as potentially the go-to for quality, but it's not significantly different. It's on par, and here's the kicker. So if you want to sort of podcast or a YouTube channel, do some general conversation with a higher quality sound effect for a microphone or whatever, just audio recording or even instrumental stuff. If the differences isn't that great, and at least at the time of recording this video, the pricing is about more than a quarter difference, with the Focusrite being more expensive, I think it's an easy recommend to go with the SC1. No, it's an easy deal. If you are trying to get started, or if you have a budget, I highly recommend the Fifine Amplitank SC1 easily. So this has been Zane Blaylock signing out from Essence of Zen. I will see you all in the next video and or the new year. Well, it will be because I'm definitely going to see you in the new year. But until then, as always, take care. Bye. The thoughts and opinions expressed in this video are mine and mine alone. No company or other individual had involvement in swaying the thoughts or opinions in this project. Thank you.